Hey, my name's Sean, and every day I write a devotional for my men's ministry. Right now, we're going through the book of Matthew. We're in chapter 5. This is the Sermon on the Mount. This is the kickoff to the Sermon on the Mount. We're in verses 11 and 12, where it says, "Blessed are you when people insult you, persecute you, and falsely say all kinds of evil against you because of me. Rejoice and be glad, because great is your reward in heaven. For in the same way they persecuted the prophets who were before you." All right, those are the words of Jesus right there. All right, so following Jesus doesn't just change our behavior, it changes our identity. We should be completely different people. When we surrender our old ways and step into a Christ centered life, things start to change. Everything changes, right? How we think, how we speak, how we live. And that kind of transformation rarely goes unnoticed. People are going to see it, right? The same people who once celebrated our old habits, they may now question, mock, or reject us, right? And Jesus warned us that this would happen. Right? Persecution isn't proof that you're doing something wrong. No, it's often confirmation that you're actually walking in obedience. Light will oftentimes expose the darkness, okay? And conviction can feel offensive to those who aren't ready to change. That's why resistance so often comes from people who are closest to us. All right? And Jesus doesn't tell us to merely endure this tension, but to rejoice in it, actually be glad in it. And why do we do that? Because what we lose here is temporary. What we gain through him is eternal. It's an eternal salvation and blessing. When we stand firm in truth, we join a long line of faithful men who refuse to compromise. Our calling isn't to fit in, it's to be faithful. And sometimes faithfulness costs us. It costs us approval. It can cost us relationships, but it will always draw us closer to Christ.